Okay guys, welcome back to the channel again. Today we're going to go over installation of the new Osight S. This is a enclosed emitter optic from Osight that just came out today at SHOT Show 2025. It was released by Osight, and I've got another video on the channel here that just kind of gives a little bit more in-depth overview of the optic itself, but I wanted to go through some of the different things about mounting it. So I touched base in the other video about the package contents, or the box contents, where you get this little bundle for the mounting screws, and I've already pulled the screws that I need out of it, but I'll go over that and how you can kind of check that and confirm it. So today I'm going to be mounting this optic to the SIG P365 XL that does come already with an optics cut in the slide that you can mount an optic to. The gun is empty. I have verified that before the start of the video, but just to show that point, I'll have that there. So the 365L, 365 XL rather, I really enjoy, and I'm looking forward to this optic on there. The factory rear sight and optics cover has already been removed. I previously had actually a SIG Romeo 0 on this, but wanted to go with a enclosed emitter, and this optic just came out and I was able to get one ordered and get it put in, so I'm excited to get it on and start getting it out and playing with it and getting some other videos for you guys to give you some more long-term impressions. So again, if you go to osight.com, you can use their fit guide that they have on there to go through and look at different manufacturers of pistols and what you need in order to be able to mount it. So in this case, going to their site just to confirm what screw size I needed, as well as what optic I need to mount it to, which this is the K series, or the K sized red dot cut in the slide for the optic cut itself, and then the screws. So you do get a tool from Osight in the box that you can tighten down the screws. I always like to be a little bit more precise and make sure that I'm using the appropriate torque specs. I've got a fix-it stick T-handle and the T10 Torx driver, or the Torx bit, to go into there so that I can get it mounted here for you guys here in a second. But it should be a pretty short, straightforward video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that. So again, this is empty. Just to show again, if you guys can see, chamber's empty. I can visually verify that, and I know that we're safe to continue. So the card that comes with the optic in there will also tell you what you have. So you have an adjustment card, or a sight adjustment card, that shows you how to zero it. On the back side of that, it shows you how to install it, and it gives you a step-by-step guide to what you do, how you tighten the screws. Tells you which direction to turn it if you're not familiar with righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. We're obviously going to be turning it clockwise or to the right to screw the screws in and put it on there. And you want to make sure that you have the right screws so that you don't bind up your extractor or anything like that, as you can with a lot of the screws. So the fitment guide on the website will tell you. The other thing it tells you is the torque size. So there's another card in the box that tells you some of the more popular pistols, as far as what you need, if anything, for a plate. So this side is for the S, so it tells me right off the bat, SIG Sauer 365, 365 XL, or 365X Macro is a direct mount. I don't need any kind of adapter plate or optic plate, and it uses the M3 by 10 0.5 millimeter short screws for that particular mounting option. So So I know that I need the short screws. I pulled those out already. This card tells me or confirms that I need to torque it to 15 inch-pounds. And then on the fitment guide on the website, if for some reason you don't have the package with you, or you're maybe remounting it or whatever, without the box and package and stuff, switching different guns at the range or whatever you're doing, and you forget, you can go to the website osight.com and get all of the information that you need for what you need. So we'll go ahead and set the charging hood off to the side for now and everything else. So in the box, it shows you a picture of what all the screws look like as far as the length, which is kind of handy. So it tells you the size of the screw. I've got the 6x32, the M4, the 6x40, and the M3. And I opened that up and I pulled out the two on the right hand side, which are the smaller ones. The longer screws are not a terribly large amount longer, but if you need the shorter ones and you use the longer ones, you're going to start running into stuff where you're binding up your extractor rod or things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the longer one back in there. I'm not going to put, it's probably going to rile some people up, but I'm not going to put any thread locker of any kind on here. There is some on here from the factory. And typically I have gotten along well using screws with the factory dab of thread locker on there for the initial mounting. If I do take it off for any reason, I'll reapply some thread locker or some blue thread locker or Loctite, whichever I have on hand. I've had good luck with the Permatex blue thread sealant, as well as the thread locker itself, or the actual Loctite. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. But you can go ahead and confirm if you want to that the screws are going to thread. And you do have, in fact, the appropriate or the correct screws, which I'm not getting my fingers to work here. I'm trying to do this and make sure you guys can see what's going on. So that is threading, and I know that that's the right size screw now. So as far as the optic itself goes, there's no plates or anything you need to put on the bottom or battery you need to install, because these are internal battery. But all you do is line everything up. This particular slide just has some little nubs there where the threads go in and then match up to the bottom of the optic. And I'm just going to set this on there till it's down flush, like so. And then I'm going to take my screws and drop them in there. So before I do that here, I'm actually going to get that ready so I can get them put down initially here. That back on there, and we'll just drop that screw down in and go ahead and snug it up. I've hit the thread locker, the thread sealant that's already on there, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other one now. And again, for people that maybe aren't as familiar, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so I'm turning it clockwise to tighten this down. And we'll get that screwed in here. I do not have the ratcheting one, so this is taking a little while here, but I can feel the thread locker that's on these screws from the factory is binding up a little bit. So I know it's there. I know it's working as it should. I like to kind of alternate back and forth. I'm going to take this one back out a little bit and start it over again. It's feeling a little stiff, but it might just have some excess thread locker on there. You want to make sure you don't cross thread these, because then you're running into a whole new set of problems. But I think it's just got a really good amount of thread sealant on there, or thread locker on there. But I like to go back and forth. I'll snug up one and then go to the other one and kind of snug it up again. So now that I have those in there, I'm going to pull this back out and put it into my fix-it stick. kind of universal torque wrench. And 0 to 15 is actually the first increment. So I'm just going to turn this until this line lines up with that line, and then that'll give me my my 15 inch-pounds here. So make sure that's in there good, and I'll go ahead and give that a turn. I'm already at 15. It doesn't take much to get these snug down, and you don't want to over torque them, because then you run into stripping them out or damaging the threads in your slide. I'm just going to reconfirm on this side, and then this side again. Again, just kind of going back and forth and making sure that I'm getting the right torque on there. So that's it. That is on there. You can now enjoy your optic and get it zeroed, and it sits very nice in the 365. The optic sensor in the top here is, or the optical sensor for the automatic adjustment of the red dot is still exposed, and it's not sunk down into there. That was something that they did add a recess to some of the early prototypes of these, so that it cleared some of the slides that the optic did set a little bit lower in. But I think it looks overall very at home on this. And then of course your hood itself, you just throw that on there so that you can charge your optics. So it does look very big if you look at it like that, but it's significantly smaller without the hood on it. It looks very nice for the size of the pistol. So there you go. That is the installation of the Osight S. And pretty quick, straightforward, especially if you're not trying to make sure that you stay in camera range for that. So hope you guys enjoyed this, learned something, and you would use the same process with anything if you don't have a SIG 365 XL or any of the other 365 variants that this fits on. If you have any other pistol with a K series slide cut or a K a slide cut plate to adapt to a K series, I know you can get plates for the full frame, full size frame Glocks, like the 19 and the 27, or the 19, the 47, the 17. The MOSs, you can get an adapter plate to put a case size optic on there. There's some people that have started doing that just to have a little bit more slim profile with their firearm for concealability or whatever the case may be, or comfortability with the concealability is kind of a big thing with that. So looking forward to getting this out and getting it zeroed and seeing what it does and how it holds up. So make sure you guys check out my other videos on the channel. There's a full unboxing of this where I go over some of the specifications for this particular sight. Right now, at the time of recording, through the end of the day on the 24th, you can buy this optic $50 off. The normal price on them is reduced right now because they just launched today at SHOT Show. It's going to be the day after, probably by the time I get this video uploaded. But SHOT Show 2025 is where you're going to find that at. So again, you can buy this on the olightstore.com if you want this particular optic, so that you have a rechargeable enclosed optic on your subcompact carry pistol or your full-size carry pistol, whichever you prefer. Normally they're $250. Right now they're $199.99. That price is good through end of day 11:59 Eastern time here in the United States on the 24th. So January 24th is the last day that you can get these at $50 off, and you do get a challenge coin with them if you get that order in there. So you can get it on osight.com or olightstore.com. If you don't have an account with olightstore.com, there's a link in the description of this video that you can use to set up an account. If you click on that link and create a username and password, you get a $10 coupon. and your purchases do go to help this channel out so I can continue to bring content like this to you and hopefully help you out a little bit as you have questions with various different things. So appreciate you guys sticking around, checking this video out, and hope you again enjoyed, and we'll see you the next time. Thank you very much.